Thanks for being here. So after I did really enjoy the voicemails yesterday, I have to say, but we are going to jump back into the Casey calls and pick up where we left off before I had a little bit of a break. So we're nearly through them. So today we're starting from 73. So yeah, not long to go. It's been a fun journey. I'm not ready for it to end. But anyway, let's say hello to everyone and let's crack into it, hey? So, g'day to Mum's third husband and Pussy Destroyer and Consanton. Consanton likes being humorous. It's something to do. Lauren Anderson, Duchess, Rin Satomi, Polynomial Purebred, Course Not, and Leonardo Andre, Brian Kane, SJB Dweller, Salty Baby, James Dean, Octopushy, Conundrum, Asbury Brad, and typically that reminds me. So thank you to Asbury Brad for tonight's stream art, Single White Pedophile. Spencer Silvera, The Lamp That Never Got to Shine on Lorne's Dink, Huff 500, Kim Shitty Bully, who else we got here? Page Master, Tracy Hamill, 87 Problems, who asked, do they have buttercups in Oz? We probably do. I don't think I've ever particularly seen one, but I don't see why we wouldn't. I'm not sure. Willow Angel, Witcher, That Damn Doctor, Department of Redundancy Department. I always struggle with that. Cornhole Three-Way. Beside the phone, waiting for you is Lord's mantra. That is very true. And it's funny. Like some of the songs I've been picking lately, like while I'm listening to, I realise there's a bit of Lorne in this. Like the Weezer song I started with yesterday, like I'm listening to that and it became apparent, like, the whole thing about wanting a girl that, puts her makeup on the shelf when he's not around and doesn't leave the house and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, wow, this is pretty Lorny. Cookie Whoopie Pie, Steph Jacey, Outdoor Loser, Kathy Mack, Floppy and Fun Bogan, Who is Brittany, Outdoor Loser, Eel Reeg, Wes Most, Mo Negros. I'm sure I didn't say that right. Joy McVickers. I think that's everyone. And when is Mo Negros today, Wes? Because I couldn't see it scheduled, so I've suddenly got a sinking feeling that maybe like it is now. I really hope that's not the case. And J Rob. So let's crack into the call, and I'm going to go and make sure that I haven't inadvertently, started at the same time.
Been trying to get my head straightened out and be able to deal with shit.
Yeah.
Tired dealing with Mom. Then Roy's fucking going back to drinking, so he's fucking retarded. He'd rather have the drinking. He's fucking idiot.
Yeah, so he's not gonna go to rehab or whatever.
Apparently not. I mean, Mom still thinks she's gonna be able to get him to go, but he's told Sue that he's not gonna go.
So Softcat dissed us. Well, thanks a lot, Slothcat. If it's not, I got a bit worried there because it's actually Tuesday here, and I guess Mo Tuesdays doesn't have the same ring to it. G'day Mary on the Prairie, and Rachel D.
Oh, that he thinks that it's like a jail, and I told Roy, I said it's not like a jail, Roy. It's like a resort. I said they don't lock you up there. I said they try to get you so that you're sober, not so that you're locked up. But all he's doing is trying to find any excuse to not go. He stopped taking his depression pills and he started drinking again. So I think the alcohol has done something to him because he drank so much over so many years, and Sue is such a good person too. And
Why don't you go on a date with Sue?
I don't have any interest in Sue.
Maybe not right now, but what if you like take her out or something?
Like, no. Why are you trying to set me up with her?
She's too old for you, Lorne. And when I say she's too old for you, she's, perfect age for you, but for your preferences, she is too old. And g'day to Goro.
I don't even know her. I can't set you up with her. I don't know her.
He's trying to talk me into going out with her.
Yeah, trying to do things differently. You have me and Jamie blocked. You want to start over with a new life, and why not?
I love you both. But the thing with Jamie is, it's after the stuff that I've seen on the internet, it's very hard for me to know if she's real or not. Regardless what you tell me, that shit is.
It's really hard to know if my robot girlfriend is real or not.
Still on the internet, and it's still.
But it's only hard to know that because of the stuff she's put on the internet. Nothing, anything else about the narrative I've given. That I'm fine with, but the stuff on the internet, really, it makes me doubt. G'day, John Ryan and Alice Marie Spanish.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And her constantly fighting to not come up and see me, that doesn't make sense.
Well, both of those things have been explained to you several times, so I'd rather not even talk about it.
They've been explained, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah, well, it makes sense, and if you can't make sense of it, it's pretty easy to understand. We've said it 100 times.
Yeah.
So, there's really no point in talking about that again. What happens though if the police don't do anything?
Huh?
About all this stuff, you took it to the sheriff. What if he gets in touch with his friend from Homeland Security and he's like, oh, there's nothing we can do?
Don't know. Figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let him continue doing this shit.
I'm not telling you to let him continue it. I'm just saying, what would be your next move?
I don't know yet. I'm just taking a break from even thinking about it. It's bullshit that it's been allowed to happen this long.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off because probation didn't let me on the internet for 5 or 6 years, 6 or 7 years, and all this stuff has been going on without me knowing the depth of it.
But what would you knowing change anything? Firstly, let's be clear. This is all your fault, Lord. The fact that all this stuff on the internet is your fault. It's your fault for trying to fuck kids. It's your fault for, after getting caught doing that, not just keeping a low profile like the scumbag piece of shit you are and going on the internet yourself. And it's your fault for picking up the phone every fucking time. You are now up to believing that you are with the third version of Casey, who is the person that helped get you arrested, and also, in a somewhat relationship with a robot porn star. This is all your fault. But what would knowing about it change? If probation said, okay, pedophile, jump on the internet because that's not a dangerous thing, and you saw this, what would you do? Fucking just flag videos and shit, which YouTube would probably take some down and then couldn't give a fuck about the rest? What the fuck would you do, you stupid wanker?
And
then till Ashley finally let me on there so I could see it, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. We stopped that for a long time ago.
So, if they're letting you do one-on-one counseling, then why do they still need you to do the polygraph?
Oh, because they
I'm a liar.
want to.
But because let's say you did, they would just say, well, we'll do one-on-one counseling, which is what they're doing, right?
No, well, maybe they want to see if there's anything else that I've hidden. I don't know.
I thought it was just about that stuff.
I can't answer for their reasoning in doing it. I mean, she hasn't said anything other than, about me not doing it. So I don't know.
Hmm. Well, at least nothing happens. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going through a lot, dealing with Mom having cancer, and
How's Mom feeling?
I'm really close to her, and
Yeah,
doing
Lorne.
good. And it's just hard to believe. It's really hard to believe. And she's supposed to go for some, I guess next Friday, something that they put dye in her system, and it's supposed to tell if the cancer has spread to her lymph nodes and her bones. And she had another lump on her other breast, and so oh, sucks. Joke up about it all the time because I'm so close to her.
Oh, so
Everyone
close.
dies.
Yeah, I know. That's what she says too. It's just hard when it's your own mother. It sucks.
He's really trying to work himself up for the waterworks here.
Was you able to pay her back all that money you owe her? Was you able to pay her back?
In 3 or 4 days' time?
What?
No, I mean just
It
ever.
hasn't been that long since we talked.
No, she's talking about all of the money that you've borrowed from her, not just like the money that you most recently borrowed.
I'll be able to pay her back.
Yeah, Conundrum, it's all yours, mate.
Once I start working.
Maybe she'll be able to use that money towards her cancer treatment.
Well, main care pays for that. Main care and Medicare.
Uh,
I really do love you and Jamie.
What?
It's just
What a weird segue. Like, how did we get from talking about his mother's cancer and the money that he owes her, which, could potentially help with her treatment, to, I really love you and Jamie.
everything is so fucked up. It's really fucked up. It'd make it easier if you'd come out, and if Jamie would come out. It's like I'm stuck. I can't do anything.
G'day, Bitter Almonds.
yeah, we'll get out there eventually.
Dr. Cunt.
Well, that's the thing, is eventually.
Well, yeah, you've been wishy-washy every other day. You just blocked us. Why would I, plan a trip?
Casey, I'm committed to you. I can commit to you. I can't commit to Jamie until I know for sure.
Me.
Huh?
You blocked me, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The other day,
That's what
what if
commitment
I
looks
had
like.
already bought that plane ticket? You would have blocked me, and now I'd have been out $1,000.
No, you wouldn't. You have my home phone number.
But you blocked me. That's, you know what I mean? I wouldn't.
You wouldn't what? Wouldn't be able to call me? Of course you would have.
Well, why would I have if you blocked me?
But if you're happy for her to call you on your house phone, why did you block her? And this is, shows a lot about Lorne. Like, if someone blocked me, I would not be going about, every other means I may have to contact them. Like, if they blocked me, they don't want me to contact them anymore. Yet Lorne is basically like, well, I blocked you on my, on my cell phone. You got my home phone, so you can call me there, because that's what Lorne would do. If someone blocked Lorne, every mode of contact he would have, he would contact them with. If that didn't work, he would, rock up where they are, because he's a stalking motherfucker.
You always would have been able to get a hold of
And g'day, Paclona, Tyler Morgan, and Edamame.
me because you could have called probation and talked
I'm
to Ashley.
supposed to chase you down? Like, that's what I'm saying. If you block me, clearly you want nothing to do with me, so I'm not going to travel across country, spend $1,000 when you haven't even answered me.
It's certainly not that I didn't want anything to do with you. My head was completely full. I was overloaded with shit. And I just couldn't handle anything else right then.
I wouldn't even know how to contact probation anyways. I don't know their email addresses or their phone numbers.
All you gotta do is look it up in the phone book.
I don't know their full names. How would I have done it?
G'day, the frugal golf hack Thailand, and Edamame and Kathy Mack are making the same point, and it's a good point that it's essentially a test. Like he wants them to prove how much they want him.
Any of that.
All you gotta do is look under Bangor Federal Probation. Look right on the internet. Type that right in. You'll get probation's phone number.
Hey, Matt 92.
Well, I didn't know that.
I don't know why that would be so hard to do.
Well, the point is I wouldn't have done that since you blocked me.
You have my address.
Just rock up.
I'm supposed to show up to the house of a man who blocked me?
I've told you that before.
Yeah, but if you block me, that means you want nothing to do with me.
No, if you showed up, you damn straight I'd want everything to do with you.
Yeah, but that's
because
not what blocked me.
You would have been the first.
Sounds like.
You would have been the first one to show me that you're not full of shit.
Like this is pretty psychotic. Like, I mean, if you put yourself in this situation and either someone has blocked you or you block someone and the next minute that, well, not the next minute, but at some point in the future, they are at your door without talking to you again and that, you'd be calling the fucking cops. But he thinks that's fucking romantic.
Yeah, but you blocked me.
And g'day, Logan W.
So why would I do that?
Because you love me?
If my
and this is it. This is fucking shitty rom-com fucking Hallmark bullshit that goes on in his brain. Like he thinks basically, I'm gonna play hard to get or whatever, or he pictures shit like I said, like shitty rom-com movies where, and of course he's always the girl in it, but like the girls had enough of the guy that won't commit or some shit like that, and she's like, it's over, and then the guy goes to all these extents to find her and whatever else, and basically be like, I'm a changed person, and they fucking kiss and roll credits and shit like that. Like this cunt's life is Hallmark fucking bullshit.
Their girlfriend picks up with me.
Why are you stuttering?
Yeah, and sorry, I did talk over that. Let's go back.
Because you love me?
If my boyfriend or girlfriend picks up with me.
Why are you stuttering?
Because it's.
And this is another thing I fucking hate that he does, is like, he will throw out shit like, oh, yeah, but you love me, or this kind of stuff, and then assume people's responses to that, like he's tricked them into admitting it. Like, he's going here, like she's stuttering because, like, this is crazy. Like, it's a bit hard to know how to respond. But because he threw in there, it would show that you love me, and then she doesn't immediately say, get fucked, Lorne. Like, I could never love you, you disgusting piece of shit. He's like, oh, I got you now. As if she's going to turn around and go, oh, God, I can't deny it anymore. Of course I fucking love you.
It's so dumb.
And, g'day, Ellie.
I don't even know how to.
This is not dumb.
Okay, viral effects.
This is the
If
best way to
someone
think
breaks
about
up with me, I'm not going to go travel to see them. I'm stuttering because it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard someone say.
How long had we been broken up?
I don't know.
Not long.
Yeah, but we're still broken up, so why would I?
G'day, Mo Green. And like, it's just it's another example how Lorne is completely oblivious to how awful he is and how far down the pecking order of life he is. Like he, in his mind, he wants to be chased. Like he views himself as such a catch that no matter the person, no matter how attractive they are, successful they are, whatever, they will. He is worth the effort. So they will chase him. He wants to be chased like the catch he thinks he is, but like he doesn't realize that he is so far down, like an absolute, like he's below the worst of the worst. Like the best he could hope for is an absolute low life, probably completely drug fucked, no other options in life would, settle for him as a roommate. Like that's all. Like I mean, like he is so there. No one would want him. Yet he thinks, he's going to be fucking chased like a. I don't know. I don't get him. A g'day to Stacey Steele and Gorilla Face Gwen and Moon Up and Chris Bromelo.
It doesn't matter how long we were broken up. If we're broken up and I'm blocked, I'm not gonna be like, well, he wants me to go see him.
Because you knew what my problem was.
Okay. I mean, this is going nowhere because we're on two completely different. I mean, I knew that you blocked me.
The biggest reason that I blocked you was because of the things that you and Jamie say over text. There's things that I want to keep private, so I have something private. I don't like talking about my case through text.
And I was just supposed to know that from being blocked.
Well, I think that it was something that would just come automatic. That probation reads everything I say, and everything that's said to me.
You didn't even know that. Why would it come automatic if you didn't even know it?
Well, because I knew that they were reading. I didn't realize she was sitting down reading stuff.
Like what did he think monitoring was? Like you just like kind of log how many text messages and calls have happened? Like what did he actually think monitoring was? It was just like, good faith and benefit of the doubt system or something. Like he doesn't think about anything. G'day, Ethel Roast, who says deserves to be chased like an ostrich and wildcat. I agree. And g'day, the Duchess of Cornville, and Lorne's mum's camel toe, and Mike Helm, and C&J Dev.
But it makes it so hard for me to have something private.
So why would I have known that then if you didn't know
don't.
it?
Lorne, you are on federal probation for trying to fuck a kid. You don't get privacy. Privacy is gone. Like many people I'm sure have said to you over the time, you have given up a fuckload of rights through what you did. Like you don't get privacy. And you actively, any privacy you are entitled, you actively give up by answering the fucking phone all the time and doing all this shit. G'day, Podiatry of Sebring, Florida, and Turd Ferguson. And Philip Waller.
Because I had already told you that. She's reading my text.
Well, then you knew it. You
I
said
knew
you
that
didn't know it. So why would I know it? And your answer was, well, because I knew
I
it.
didn't know before. I didn't know before that she was literally sitting down reading my text.
Me neither. You didn't say that. You just blocked me.
Oh. I want to see you and Jamie both.
Yeah, I mean, how would we have known that if you blocked us?
You've known it all along.
Did probation give you permission to play Fortnite?
No, I can only check my email right now. I don't even know what my
I would love to see him playing Fortnite.
bank account looks like because I can't get in it right now.
I can't get in it either because you changed the password right after you said you wouldn't change the password.
I didn't change it.
What do you mean you didn't change it?
I didn't change it. You've still got the same password.
No, I don't. $100.
Yeah, you do. I guarantee you do.
G'day, Marshall Sanchez, and g'day to your wife.
Well, let me check it for you.
And anyone that's not reading the chat, that probably sounds pretty wrong, but Marshall Sanchez says the wife says g'day, so I'm just returning the g'day. I'm not like, hey, say g'day to your wife for me.
I'm wondering if my checking account went in the hole or not from anything.
Well, I'll let you know here in a second.
I know my monitor payment, I think, is supposed to be on like the 23rd, I think.
What's your username?
Fuck, I don't know now.
It was like Ronald something.
Ronald, 10/18/70.
Why was it Ronald? Like, why is his username Ronald? Like, that is so random. G'day, Nemo is a fish. I agree. I love Angry Casey too. Casey.
In the password, I can't remember.
Clayton. CL. Actually, it's capital C.
Yeah.
LAY. Capital C LAYTON. 10/18/70 number sign.
What's your favorite food?
Grilled
Was it
burgers. Oh no, my
grilled?
favorite thing still. No,
It was
my
ice
favorite
cream, I think, right?
Yeah, ice cream.
No, you're still good.
And there is nothing smarter than, giving your bank account details, including security questions, to someone that you've spent most of your time talking to, concerned that they are fake and putting your calls on the internet. Like, that is just big brain stuff. G'day, Hey Boo, and Mendacious C, and can't remember if I said hello to you, Nemo as a fish, but hello, Nemo as a fish, and Ben Cartwright.
Good. You got $3.
All right, good.
When's the last time you made a credit card payment?
G'day, Tranquillo.
Not for a while.
And I did just miss that. She's like, you have $3, and he's like, good. Like, how is that good? Like, I can't think of many people in the world that if they opened up their bank account and said it's $3, wouldn't have been like, holy fuck, I'm fucked. Like, but he's like, oh, good. I mean, it would have been a disaster if I only had $1.
I've got one of them on.
And g'day, generic Puerto Rican male.
Because of the automatic payments because I was unemployed for a while. Now I'm just waiting to start working so I can actually start making some payments.
Looks like the last one was September 25th.
Good.
Yeah,
How have you been buying like food and cigarettes without money?
It's just so funny.
because I've had money. It's just not in my bank.
It's just not my bank account. Oh, that's so funny, Lorne. You really fucking showed her right then. Fucking this gold digger going after your $3. You keep that out of your bank account because she's got access to that now. So you keep your riches out of your bank account, big fella. G'day, Silver Turtle Lady.
Where is it?
It's in my pocket.
Well, where are you getting cash from?
Wherever I need to.
Wherever you need to.
I go down and help Alton sometimes, and he'll pay me a little bit of money.
Oh my god.
Do things for a couple other people. Like the guy down the dump, I'll help him do some stuff. He
Jesus.
gives me some money helping him do some stuff down there. I've got.
What about your mom?
What about her?
I'll steal it off her.
Does she give you money sometimes too?
No, she's busy taking care of Roy, so I
Bullshit.
don't ask her for anything.
G'day, Loco Cola.
Well, I'm glad she has cancer and she needs to take care of your brother still.
I know that pisses me off. I'm telling you, God, I get so fucking fed up with him. One thing is gonna be good is that he'll be there with Mom when she has to do chemo.
Yeah, while he's drunk.
That's what I'm worried about. Him sneaking fucking alcohol, and I lost it yesterday. He was sober too. He was sober, and I was coming back from getting gas. And I went up to Mom's, and I told Mom that I was going to take his stuff down when I came back. Went back to Mom's house. I was going to get Roy's stuff and bring it down to his camper because Roy was down there, and he'd been down there drinking for 3 days. And apparently she called him and told him that I was going to take his stuff down to him. He called me when I was down getting gas, and I was in my truck, and I started back up to Mom's, and he says, you just leave my stuff right where it is. He said, when it's time to move it, I'll move it. I told him, you're going to get your fucking ass out of Mom's now.
Oh, yes.
I'm tired of your fucking shit, and so isn't everybody else. You want to stay down there fucking drunk, you keep your shit right down to your fucking camper. He said, well, I'm all right, and I'm not drunk. I said, no, you've been drunk the last 3 fucking days, Roy. He said, well, I'm all right. You just leave my stuff right there. And I just fucking lost it. I started hitting my fucking steering wheel and yelling at him. I'm just so fed up with him.
Like, you know, Lorne's such a big man, you know, and he's happy now that his brother's being brought up so he can fucking punch down at his alcoholic brother, like he's somehow better than him. This infuriates me. Like, it infuriates for a lot of reasons because once again, it's Lorne not realizing how low he is. Like, I don't give a fuck if Roy is, and I'm not saying, you know, Roy's some fucking angel, but he could be the biggest fucking alcoholic in the world. He is still better than Lorne. Unless, you know, Roy has tried to touch a kid, he's a fuckload better than Lorne. But Lorne is completely moved with that. But also, Lorne doesn't realise what a fucking asshole he sounds like in saying this. But then he's, you know, acting like he's all tough. He's punching the steering wheel and that. You just sound like an aggressive, abusive asshole. Like, that's all you sound like. Like, he probably thinks that Casey's sitting on the end going, hoo, I got myself a tough man here. But, you know, most people are going, you're pathetic, and I don't want to be around you, because if that's all it takes to get you to the stage where you're swearing and hitting stuff, I'm scared to be around you. On that bright note, let's go on to episode 74. And g'day to Lorne's burn phone, Donday, John Ryan, Whitchert, Mike Wolf, a few people I saw come in there. Sorry if I missed anyone.
I said, no, you've been drunk the last 3 fucking days, Roy. He said, well, I'm all right. You just leave my stuff right there. And I just fucking lost it. I started hitting my fucking steering wheel and yelling at him.
And g'day, I drive truck for COD.
I'm just so fed up with him.
Why don't you make him live with you then? So you can sacrifice something for your poor mom you love so much.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Listen, don't try to pull a guilt trip on me. I tried letting him live here before. It doesn't work. He doesn't want to be in Cornville. He doesn't want to be here because he's not near a store. He wants to be somewhere where he's near a store, because if he wants a beer, he's able to go get one. And he is not living with me again anyway, because I let him do that before, and I was putting myself at risk with probation, with him being here.
You know, and the other thing that always fucks me off where it goes on about Roy is, like, Roy is about the only one in his family outside of his mother that does it begrudgingly that will have anything to do with him. Like Lorne does not deserve anyone to have anything to do with him, but he will, like, I mean, and the rest of the family, and rightfully so, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not even going to go at the rest of his family, like, he's not even invited to fucking Thanksgiving and that kind of thing. Well, probably with very good reason. From my understanding, he's, brothers and sisters have kids themselves, so, like, there's no fucking way you're going to want this dirty pedo around. But, Roy will have something to do with him, which probably has, says something about, kind of the state that Roy's lives in. But the thanks that Lorne gives him is this kind of shit all the time. And g'day, Trailer 11.
Not doing that shit.
And Eliza de Blas? Sorry, I've stuffed that up.
Yeah. It's a good idea to let him live with your mom.
No, I can't do a fucking thing about it. It's a good idea for him to let him be by himself. But
you can do something about it, but...
Mom keeps telling him to come up there and stay. Even though I keep telling Mom, stop telling him to come up here and stay with you. She still does it.
Yeah, Mama Gwen, definitely, give all the support to Lorne, the, abusive, alcoholic, at least for most of his life, pedophile, but not your son who's just an alcoholic. All the love for Lorne, nothing for Roy, because that makes sense. Pedophiles need love too. I obviously do not mean that. Do not take that the wrong way.
So it's like, wait, when somebody like you says that, trying to make me feel guilty for something that I've tried my ass off to take control of and prevent from doing, Mom's going right against what I'm trying to prevent.
G'day, Richard Johnson and internet fuck friend and JC Dean.
When somebody like you says that, it doesn't do a damn thing for me because I can't do anything about it.
If my mom's on her way out, I'd make sure she's living a good life without her stupid drunk son around.
That's what we're all trying to do. The only one working against us is Roy. Because Roy's a selfish piece of shit. He cares. He doesn't even care about himself, much less anybody else. I mean, I set him up with a good woman for him that he fell in love with, and she fell in love with him. But he can't get away from the goddamn alcohol to make her happy.
Yeah, it's an addiction.
What do you do on something like that? There's nothing you can do. He stopped taking his depression pills so that he could drink again, to sink his ass right back into deeper depression. So he's real intelligent. He's had the alcohol so many years that it's affected his brain. It's turning his fucking brain right into mush. It's irritating and upsetting, and I told him too. I said, if something happens to Mom, I said, don't you dare come down to my house looking for a place to stay or to hang out, because you're not going to be around me.
You fucking asshole. I mean, this motherfucker only a couple of years ago was back in jail because he was so fucking, addicted to alcohol that he couldn't stop drinking it, even though he knew it was a violation of his probation. Like, get fucked.
When you get drunk,
I don't know how you think a woman
g'day, Pee-wee's Burnt Pizza.
is going to cure crippling alcoholism.
Pine Barren Patriot.
I was hoping that he'd fall in love with her and she'd fall in love with him if that happened, but I was hoping it would be enough so that he'd want to quit drinking to be with her.
It's an addiction fuckface. Like, it's not all these, people that are alcoholics, they've just never had a woman that they love or a man that they love, so that's why that they are. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Even for you, that's ridiculous. Like, I've got a girlfriend or a wife now. No more drinking for me. I can turn it off just like that. G'day, voice to voice.
But
I'm glad to hear that, Pee-wee. Jerry Anthony, hello.
I thought
unless she's a substance abuse counselor, I don't think she can do anything.
Oh, she can't do anything.
I mean, love didn't stop you from smoking cigarettes.
I know.
So why would love cure alcoholism?
see, we're not face to face right now.
Huh?
When we're face to face and we're living together, then I will stop.
Bullshit.
I'll probably stop before that, but
Bullshit.
my problem is that I've had so many say that they were going to show up and not show up.
Yeah, but you know you have to stop for us to be face to face first, right?
Why? When you're
Are
face
you
to face,
that selfish, Jamie?
when you're face to face with me, I'm not going to smoke when you're here.
Ugh.
Then after that, I will work on not smoking.
Oh no, you'll work on it.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it. I'll get the patch or whatever I have to do to quit.
Yeah, you need to do that prior to Jamie coming out there. You know that already.
When she comes out here, I will not smoke.
No, like you have no self-control, Lorne. You have no self-control. You can't say that because it is a lie. I mean, your fucking trailer would be full of smoke, so you would have to stop, well in advance and get that thing. I don't know. I don't think you could actually treat it, but anyway, get that as clean as it could and then not smoke again. But this whole thing, you arrive and I'll never smoke another cigarette again. You can't. You don't have the self-control. Very few people do, and you, out of anyone, you have no self-control. Fuck off. And g'day to Christine Malloy. And who else did I miss in there? And Julius, what do you want, cheater? Hello to you all. G'day, little kid lover.
To leave, I will quit smoking. I would try to quit smoking, but it's going to be a little bit bumpy because
Oh my god.
that it's hard getting that nicotine out of you.
Yeah, Lorne. That's right.
You're so weak.
Once you quit cocaine.
What?
Quit eating
Quit
cocaine.
What is cocaine?
Cocaine or Keiko or
What the fuck is cocaine?
Cocaine?
No, not cocaine.
I don't do cocaine.
What the fuck is
Say
cocaine?
cocaine. Is it cocaine or Keiko? Cocaine.
Geico?
What is it?
Does he mean
Oh.
cacao?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Chocolate. I don't know what the hell it is.
Cocoa?
Something I saw you doing on you. Huh?
Coconut is healthy for you, so you don't have to quit it.
Yeah, whatever it is I saw you talking about on one of your
videos, then yes, I would quit doing it.
That stuff that I saw you talking about on one of your videos there. That stuff. It's
If that stuff was harmful to my wife's lungs, then yes, I would quit it. But it's not harmful to her.
Like,
It's actually
this is hilarious. Like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and all the things he's tried to name, like, aren't anything that are dangerous, so you don't have to quit them. But he believes this is Casey Morrow, so someone that is like pretty fucking healthy, like she's into all that yoga, all that natural alternative stuff. Like I don't know exactly what Casey's doing these days, but she seems to be somewhat of like an influencer in that kind of health space, and he's talking to her about quitting shit.
actually healthy. I have her eating it.
I know. It's an addiction.
G'day, Pistol 148.
It's not an addiction. It's a healthy habit.
Yeah, I know.
And I could quit it if I wanted to.
Right now, smoking is a healthy habit for me.
What? Fuck off! Oh, fuck off. Jake Steele, hello. You're a fucking idiot.
I know, that sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah, really stupid.
Alright, good, then keep smoking.
Huh?
I said good, then keep smoking. See how fast Jamie gets there. Hope you get cancer like your mom.
Ain't that a nice thing to say?
Well, you're not a nice person, so...
Well, you deserve it.
Why do I deserve to get cancer? My mom didn't deserve to get cancer. It helps me deal with stress a little bit right now. But I haven't been smoking as much as what I was before.
Yeah, exactly, Ilrig. You want me to quit smoking? Why don't you quit exercising regularly?
I've actually been working a lot more. So I've been outside, out back, cutting trees down, and I tried burning today, but it's so wet out there, it's senseless. So I cut some of the trees up.
Mm.
I was thinking about building a house out there and tearing this fucking thing down because I'm tired of working on this thing. I know what you're thinking. I thought you were going to move out here, right?
What?
I said, I know what you're thinking. I thought you were going to move out here. That's what you're thinking, right?
Well, no, you blocked me, so I didn't think you were going anywhere.
G'day, Perry Panther and Lorne's Unclimbable Ladder.
I really want to be with you and Jamie. But I'm going to tell you, the way that you and Jamie treat me is shit.
Yeah.
You both treat me like shit.
Well, you tend to get treated, the way you deserve to be treated, to be fair.
Never coddled you is what you're saying?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
Well, when have you?
Well, I'm asking you.
Well, I'm asking you now.
I don't think I ever did, I guess. I don't think I have.
So when did you coddle Jamie?
I don't coddle her either.
Really?
Really?
Yes, that's why I said I don't.
You might want to rethink that.
Okay, I'll rethink it.
You coddle her all the time.
Okay, well, I don't think so, but I'll think about it. You couldn't even tell me how I coddle her, can you?
You're always telling her you love her.
That's not coddling.
Add that to the list of another word that Lorne doesn't understand. G'day, Raymond Phillips.
Always telling her that you wish you were there with her.
That's coddling.
You want to do this to her, you want to do that to her.
Coddling again.
Okay, you don't know what coddling means.
Okay, so when was the last time you were nice to me?
Oh, God.
Well, you tell me when was the last time I was nice to you.
I don't remember. That's how long it's been.
Interesting.
Hello?
Whoa. That is loud. Sorry, one sec, guys.
Hello?
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 What are you doing?
Nothing, you said to call you.
G'day, Raymond Phillips.
Oh. I thought you were going to go to the beach.
I said at noon.
You said you may?
No.
I said at noon.
You know. So, how's your head?
Fine.
Don't have a hangover?
No, I'm good.
That's too bad. I was hoping you'd have a hangover.
Okay, how'd your meeting go with Julie?
That's all you called for. You didn't call to talk to me. You just wanted to know how much the meeting went.
You told me to call you to talk about the meeting.
Well, I figured you just want to call to talk to me.
Oh, my God.
I told you we could talk about the meeting later. Didn't have to do it right now.
G'day, Zaki.
Well, it's fine. I just called you. We can talk about it now.
Off a rush there, aren't you?
No, what is your problem? You're the one who told me to call you so we can talk about Julie. And then I do it, and now you're being a bitch?
Well, I just being a smart ass.
Ha 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 ha.
Not being a bitch. Just giving you a hard time.
G'day, Cat G.
The meeting with Julie was interesting. It's very, very interesting. Do you want to know if I was recording our meetings? I didn't know. So, no more documents or anything like that. They'll have to go face to face. Because my ass is in the sling. And I'm not going to get it in the sling anymore.
Well, what happened?
Because of it, they know about the documents that I sent you. I tried to tell you before, once we're face to face, I can send you anything I want. And they're not going to
I know, I understand that. I'm saying what happened in the meeting.
I'm telling you what happened.
G'day, the Courtville Nightmare.
They know about what I sent. Everything I sent, every text that you and I send, they can read it.
Yes.
What text were they looking at?
My psyche valve.
Mm-hmm.
They know I sent that. They know I sent you an email that Julie sent me, which is, I didn't realize it, but it's a breach of contract.
What's a breach of contract?
Well, be advising anybody else of anything that is in writing in the meeting. In mine and her meeting. It's supposed to stay private between me and her. I mean, I can tell people about it, but I'm really not. Apparently, it's not a good idea for me to send any email from her to anybody else.
Oh, so what does that mean?
Or even from probation. Apparently, I'm not supposed to be sending anything from probation either. But once you and I are face to face, that's a different story because they've met you and they know you and they know what role you play in my life.
So what happened?
She could stop seeing me, but she says she's not going to because she believes in me.
Everyone believes in Lorne.
He believes in you?
Yeah, she says, I know you're doing good and you're trying and you really want to believe this girl. And, she said that her and Ashley really want to believe you too. And she said, but after all the catfishing, they're just skeptical until they go face to face. There's nothing that I can do about it. My ass is such a sling with every time we frig around and you don't show up and the airplane tickets didn't help. The throuple didn't help.
But even by what you have said, it has nothing to do as to whether they show up or not. You are in trouble here because you are sharing documents from your therapy. You are sharing stuff about your classes that is like personal information and potentially to do with other people in the class as well. It's been made clear to you you're not allowed to do this. It's a violation. Like, this is what you're in trouble for. Not that, fucking your imaginary girlfriends never show up. G'day, Adam Cup and Hardcore Poetry.
None of it helps. That's why everybody thinks they can fucking dick around with me and play with probation.
G'day, Brandon M.
It just winds up being a disaster.
Now that Lorne should put that on a shirt, everything winds up being a disaster. Like, that is true words are never spoken when it comes to Lorne.
But what did Julie say about getting that proof?
She can't say anything about it. That's probation. Julie asked me. She said, how are you going to show her? How are you going to give her the proof? I said, well, the only way that I can do it, I guess, is to get.
And g'day B Hillers99, who says, I'll never forget Lorne asking the T-cab decoy where her parents was going. She said she didn't know and that the neighbours would be gone too, and he believed it all. Exactly right. Like, I mean, right from the earliest, iterations of Lorne, he's a fucking half-wit. And g'day Punk Pansy.
Well, looking for to sign something saying that I didn't say that, which I didn't say that. I told Julie exactly what happened. Julie understands more about what I'm talking about now because it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. She knows
G'day Joey.
how I feel about. I actually went back even to Molly and Melissa with Julie told her. And I said it was the way that I was feeling at the time. I didn't mean to do what I did, and it wound up happening that way, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I wish I could take it back, and I can't. No, I said, listen, I live with this stuff every day in my head, and it bothers me. It bothers me so fucking bad, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Hey, even right now, I'm fucking choking up this shit. I fucking hate talking about it either.
Well, don't choke up.
Oh, I do because even that picture that.
Oh, here we go, everyone. He's really been working on this for a long time, and we finally have some tears. G'day, Michael Vronsky and Sir Bitch a whole lot.
That was sent to me, that child porn. It's in my head and I can't get it out.
Oh.
I don't want it in my head.
Why is it in your head?
Huh?
Why is it in your head? What do you mean?
Because I can't get it out of my head. I hate it. I hated it. I was pissed off about it then, and to this day I'm still pissed off about it.
They did not send you child porn. I have no doubt that you were in possession of it, but it did not come from fucking perverted justice. Like, this is such bullshit. And to be sitting here crying about this, where if you were in possession of it, you, more than likely got it through asking other dirty pedophiles like you for it, and happily receiving it, is a little too fucking much to take. G'day, Sean McClure.
I've never seen child porn. Never wanted to see it. It was bad enough of what I went through when I was a kid.
Fuck off, Lorne.
I didn't ever want to see that shit. I broke down a few times with Julie because shit, that's fucking going.
And as I've said many times, I do honestly doubt that anything happened to him as a kid. I mean, it could have. I just, as I've said many times, my reason for not believing it is that I just don't. He happily talks about it all the time, but when pressed basically, with Chris about what do you think could have caused this? He comes up with shit like mac and cheese and fucking Amanda James and all this kind of shit. Like, if this had happened, that's when it comes up. I think this is really low the way he goes on about this all the time. Like, he is making shit up about his family molesting him to try and score points with his imaginary girlfriends. Now, it could have happened, but like, this might sound harsh, but if it did, I really don't give a fuck. When you're an adult and you have gone on to try to molest multiple kids, I don't give a fuck if you were molested as a kid. I care no longer. G'day, Munklefucker, and Fantastic Planet.
Going on, bothering me. Then I got Mom on top of that. Roy was drunk at Mom's yesterday, and that fucking get all. Mom went out and tried to move Roy's chair out of the garage, and she couldn't do it. It's fucked up shit. Why is Megan you so bad and blaming me, JC?
So what are you going to do?
Huh?
So what are you going to do?
What am I going to do? There's nothing I can do until you show up.
So you can't.
Sorry, Munklefucker. I missed you coming in amidst my my long rant. So I'm glad I could finally give you a g'day.
You won't be able to get any proof.
I'm just not. No, I won't be able to get any proof at all. He's not going to get, the polygrapher's not going to give that to me. That would mean his name. I'm probably going to have to sue him for putting that down there. That's probably what's going to wind up happening.
Did you want
Egbert. He's going to sue the polygrapher.
to be able to
Amazing.
hear the recording yourself?
Not unless I get it to my lawyer.
You definitely should sue him. If you put down that you're fantasizing about kids and you said you weren't actually doing that, you should sue him.
No, I know I should. He's part of the government too, you know. He works for them.
Yeah.
They hire him like $300 an hour. Something
Wow.
like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. It costs a lot. There's only two of them in the state. In the whole
That's
state of Maine.
crazy that he told you his hourly wage.
Huh?
That's crazy that he told you his hourly wage.
No, it wasn't him who told me. I think it was either my probation officer or it might have been Gene.
Tony,
The
maybe
first
Tony.
counsel that I had. Either my probation officer then or Gene. I can't remember who it was. Seems like it was Gene. I had Gene. I think she said something about how much he cost.
So has Ashley heard the recording yet?
What?
Has Ashley heard the recording yet?
I don't know. I haven't heard from Ashley since Friday, so she would have called. She would have called me or texted me right after she watched it. So she had to request it. I'm assuming that she had to request it from him.
G'day, Ryhop14 and Clover.
So he would have to send it to her, and I don't know if he sends it by email or regular mail or what. But I remember what happened. Just as clear as this is. Exactly like I told you. I told him the same thing that I told Sean, that I was offended by the dress that they had her wearing because of the predators that are out there.
Well, so how do you know you can't get any of the info if you haven't talked to any of them yet?
What do you mean, how do I know if I can't get any of the info?
Like get the recordings and stuff. If you haven't talked.
Julie and Ashley talked already. They've been talking since I emailed Julie. Emails that I sent to Julie. When Julie told me that she wants to talk to me on Sunday. That's what she was talking about. She had already talked to Ashley by the time today got here. They keep in touch with each other so they know what's going on.
So Ashley won't be able to send the proof to your lawyer?
Oh, Ashley can send anything to my lawyer that my lawyer wants.
So you can have your lawyer request it?
And just on this, so on the video itself, Blue Boy has put the text, or I guess it's an email, sorry, between Lorne and his lawyer about this, and it says, also, it sounds like probation is not going to approve an updated psych eval to determine whether this group is working out. I can get a psych expert in Portland, often used by probation, who is respected by the courts and will give you an independent look. That usually costs around $2,500. Let me know if you can afford and are interested. So that is what he went on to get. So it still staggers me that he paid $2,500 to get confirmation that he is, a pedophile, like essentially. But he, as this, obviously they wanted the psych eval to be done by probation, but when probation wouldn't do it, they went and did this. But it's very clear right there, right from the start, his lawyer is saying that, this psych eval is determine whether this group is working out. So nothing like, to determine, can you get off probation, are you or are you not a pedophile, that kind of stuff. That is not what this was about. This was just to see if, this class he's in was the best class for it. But that is nothing, like Lorne, in any of the calls with Casey, never alluded to that whatsoever. G'day, 2 clits and a piece of shit.
I can have my lawyer can request it. That's going to cost me money to do that.
And Omega Heber.
Then your lawyer can send it to you.
No, my lawyer can't send it to me unless I don't use him for a lawyer. Then he'll keep it in his files until I get my next lawyer. Or if I wind up representing myself.
G'day, Alex Martin and JD.051.
Well, if you're paying him to get the recording, he should be able to give it to you.
Yeah, but he keeps it in his files with my files in his files.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He can keep it wherever he wants, but he can send it to you still.
Hold on, I gotta pay attention to this corner.
Oh God. Driving the whole time that call was on. G'day Dubsy CC and Save Me One. All right, so episode 76.
He's not supposed to send it to me unless I'm representing myself. Unless he's no longer my lawyer.
How does that make any sense? He can give it to you because you hired him. He works for you. He gives you the proof. You should be able to see the proof. You're his client.
I could probably see it if I'm there.
Well, he has sent you things before. He sent you the polygraph report. He sent you.
Casey doesn't seem to have a real, firm grasp of how the law system works. Like, as everyone knows, you hire a lawyer. They go and start producing evidence and arguments and that they can use for your case. But of course they can't provide that to you because that would be a conflict of interest. So you've then got to fire that lawyer, hire another lawyer. Actually, no, I speak out of turn, sorry. You then represent yourself, at which point they can hand over everything they've collected. You then hire another lawyer, then you can give that to them, and they go and do more work. But when you need that, you need to fire them, represent yourself again, and then eventually hire another lawyer, and so on and so on. Casey really is a bit of an idiot here. G'day, Michael Vogt and DJ Payne 1.
Yeah, he sent me a copy of the polygraph report. Unless I don't know if he maybe could make a copy of it and send it to me. I don't know. I don't make the rules. Maybe he can. I don't think he can, but when I think back at it, my other lawyer sent me a copy of the discovery, and I can't remember if it was after he was no longer my lawyer or before. It was after because I was in jail. I was in the first prison when he sent it.
Well, I think it's worth hiring him to get that because then you can sue the person and that'll cover the cost of everything.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't he be able to send it to you? It's no different than sending you the polygraph report.
I don't know. You can't know. I'd have to ask him. Find out. Something's going to happen for me to be able to sue him anyway. It's such a pain in the ass. I really wish you just believed in me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you've lied so much and I can't.
Casey, both of us have lied. There's a time where we need to stop lying. And I've
Yeah,
stopped
we stop
lying
to each other now. So once I see the polygraph report or whatever, or hear the audio, we should be good to go.
Well, it's up to you. If you don't want anything to do with me, that's up to you. I'm stuck in a position that you seem to think that I can just jump through hoops and shit. I can't.
No.
Oh, yeah, I can get the audio.
Yeah, so I just need to hear that. And
at some point, Casey, I don't know when.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like the polygrapher's going to give you any sort of document. So I guess that's our only option, huh?
Oh, that's our only option. You can't just come out here, huh?
I'm not going to come out there if I don't have proof that you're not a pedophile.
Casey, you
Lorne,
why do you not
you know,
understand? Why do you not
you don't understand about the seriousness of what it says on that report. That you think I should just be able
I understand it.
and comfortable to
I
go
understand
see
it
you?
completely, Casey.
Okay,
I
then you should.
understand it completely.
Good.
I'm trying to get you the proof. But the fact of the matter is, every time I send a fucking document, it winds up over the internet. I can't do anything about it because you won't show up. Still.
Well, I haven't put any of your documents on the internet. You know that.
How do I know? You want me to believe in you, but you don't believe in me?
Okay, well, if you don't believe in me, then I guess don't send it, and I guess this is over.
That's up to you. That's you calling that show.
Well, it's up to you, Lorne, because I'm saying I'll fly up there and do whatever once I see the proof. I just need to see the proof that you didn't say you fantasize about children. I think that's a fair thing of me to ask.
Yeah, and the proof that I didn't say is on the recording. It is fair of you to ask, but I'm not in a normal situation. This is far from a normal situation.
Well,
no, it's not normal at all.
You know it.
That is an understatement.
No, it's not normal. I have a problem with what I did so bad that 16 years later, I'm still having a problem with it.
No, Lorne, you don't have enough of a problem with what you have. Everyone else has a huge fucking problem. The problem is you don't have as much of a problem with it as you should. Okay? Because if you did have a massive problem, you would be engaging in all these things. It's a problem for you because it's impacted your life so hard. It's not a problem for you because of what you did. Because if it was, I mean, all your efforts would be going into engaging in the class, engaging with your therapist. Like, if this bothered you as much as it should, that would be all your existence would be. It would be get up, go and do whatever work you can get, come home, do your assignments, go to the classes, do whatever you can to try to fully understand what's going on, but more importantly, how you can be certain that you will never, ever harm another person ever again. That's what you would be doing. This only bothers you so much because it means you've got all these restrictions. If when you were caught doing this, Chris was like, hey, look, you know this isn't right. I know this isn't right. We're gonna let you walk out of here, and we're not gonna wear this episode, but you can never do this again. You know how wrong this is. You would have gone, oh, of course. You would have walked out. You wouldn't have changed a fucking thing. It wouldn't have bothered you at all. The only thing that would have bothered you is that this child that you'd been talking to for a month and, thought that you were finally going to get your hands on didn't exist. That's what would have bothered you. You would have cried all the way home thinking, I've back to square one. Now I've got to go and try to find another kid to molest. That's what would have bothered you.
I still have a hard time with it.
Well,
and I'll probably have a hard time with it the rest of my life.
Ignore my feelings.
Huh?
Stop using your situation to ignore my feelings.
I'm not.
G'day, where's Wildo Dan Jones?
Ignoring your feelings. But every time I tell you what happened, you don't listen.
Well, I listen, but it goes in one ear and out the other because I don't believe it. And I'm sorry I don't believe you. It's just I can't force myself to believe you. I can't just say, all right, I guess I believe him. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but don't you think you can take a chance in believing in me?
Take a chance.
No, that's what I was just saying. I said I can't just snap my fingers and say, all right, well, I believe in him now.
Okay, so tell me, do you really think that I can get the polygrapher to sign the paper saying he didn't say that and I twisted his words around?
No, you can't, Lorne, because that didn't happen. like, what are you going to do? You're going to go to him and say that, and hopefully he go, well, this isn't the case, but you really need to, prove this to your fake girlfriend. So here you go,
When
Lorne.
Well, he doesn't need to put his signature on it. And
Huh?
well, if you can't get that, you know you can get the recording because Ashley's requested it, and your lawyer can request it from her. You can get it from your lawyer, and you can give it to me to listen to. You're the one who has to prove it didn't happen, Lorne, because it's documented on the record that you did. So you're the one who has to prove that it did not happen.
All right, listen to me what I'm going to tell you. This is exactly what happened. As far as my memory goes, this is exactly what happened. The first part I already told you. Then when he asked the post question, he asked me, he said, do you think that was for any sexual reason? Oh, no, wait a second. Give me a second so I can remember what he asked.
Your memory is shit, Lorne.
He asked me if...
And your memory is shit, and it doesn't prove anything. Because it doesn't say that on the paperwork.
He asked me if I was thinking of sexual things when I thought about what could happen to her. So I was like, well, yeah, if I'm afraid and if I'm worried about something happening to her, then obviously I'm worried about somebody, that has to do with a predator. I'm worried about something sexual happening to her. But that's where he got that. That's the only place that he could have got that. It was not me saying that I was having sexual fantasies.
Well, good. I hope it says that on the recording when I listen to it.
G'day, Peter O'Keefe and Bunny. Tickle, tickle with another guy.
Because that's the third version of the story you sent. And, I mean, you failed the test.
I didn't fail that test.
You failed the test.
Well, maybe I did.
It says it on the report, Lorne.
Maybe I did.
I forgot. I can't remember if I failed it at all. Well, how long ago was that? That was over a year ago.
It was
failing polygraph tests, they're easy to, to forget whether you passed them or not. I mean, it's, a lot of stuff happens in life. You kind of get up each day. It's hard to remember what you had for breakfast the week before. Did I fail the polygraph test? I mean, you have so many polygraph tests. Who can keep up with the ones you fail and the ones you pass, right?
February of last year, and then you failed it again in March.
No,
and they asked you pretty much the same question. And you failed it both times.
Oh, shit. Jesus. I gotta fucking pay attention. I just missed my turn. I didn't fail the next one because if I would have failed the next one, I would have been incarcerated.
Well, I just need to hear the one that you failed. I don't need to hear the other one.
That's usually what they do. If you fail both of them, they usually incarcerate you. I don't think they made an exception on that. I don't know if they did at all. I don't remember.
Well, you did fail twice.
Huh?
You failed in February and then again in March. And so the one that you take on the 4th, if you fail that, do they put you back in jail? Because that'll be the third one?
No, if you fail two of the same. If you fail one, then you have follow-up one, and you fail that. Usually they incarcerate you.
I mean, it probably would have been easier if you had done something about this back then when it was fresh in the polygrapher's mind. I don't understand why you didn't care until it got in the way of you having a girlfriend.
Gay Jason Spears.
I didn't know what his report said on it.
Because you didn't fucking read it. You read a couple of sentences which you thought, painted you in a good light, and you're like, oh, I've got it.
Until you get it from the psyche valve.
And you didn't do anything about it then.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. Well, I told my lawyer about it. You already see the note that I had on the paper. I swear to God to you, Casey, I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly be and then some.
Try harder.
I'm telling you things that I don't tell other people. I'm telling you things that are in my fucking head that I think about.
But, Lorne, that is the point. You should be telling other people. More specifically, you should be telling, your therapist and your class, not these people that you shouldn't be trusting. Like, you've just, the start of this call, not even 10 minutes ago, you were saying about how this all bothers you so fucking much. Whereas if it did, this is what you should be doing. Share it with the people that can fucking help you, dickhead.
Even the thing about, watching Little House on the Prairie, because I used to wish that Charles Ingalls was, that I had a dad like him. I didn't tell Julie that because I forgot all about it.
Bullshit.
Nobody else knows that's the reason that I used to watch that. I didn't have a good dad. I had a good stepdad in some ways.
Exactly. Boo fucking who.
My quote-unquote stepdad wasn't even really my stepdad. He never...
Lorne, he was your stepdad for 30 fucking years or some shit.
Shared any emotional shit with me and stuff. He was just there.
Well, you're the one who brought up Mary.
Which is the same as what a lot of people have.
Not the polygrapher.
Well,
You brought it up when you failed.
Yeah, I was being honest.
Just come on, Lorne. You're 52. You gotta stop thinking about your daddy issues. Do you know how many people get raised without dads?
That's what Julie meant by reparenting myself.
I mean, you gotta just stop being a baby.
Honestly, that is one of the funniest things to me that has come out of these calls is him reparenting himself. I don't know why, but that makes me laugh so much. The thought of Lorne, this 52-year-old man, reparenting himself.
You're a grown-ass man. You're old enough to be a grandfather right now, and you're thinking about your daddy.
Yeah, because shit was messed up in my life. That shouldn't have been.
I hope they do one of those ceremonial rebirthing things with him, where he comes out of like a giant fake womb.
Grow the fuck up. Seriously, people get raised by single mothers all the time.
That's what Julie meant about reparenting myself, Casey.
You're 52. You gotta stop thinking.
All right, we got one last one. Then we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. So this is episode 77.
About your daddy issues. Do you know how many people get raised without dads?
That's what Julie meant by reparenting myself.
I mean, you gotta just stop being a baby. You're a grown-ass man. You're old enough to be a grandfather right now, and you're thinking about your daddy.
Yeah, because shit was messed up in my life. That shouldn't have been messed up.
Grow the fuck up. Seriously, people get raised by single mothers all the time.
That's what Julie meant about reparenting myself, Casey.
Keep saying.
I mean, you don't think everyone has something fucked up that they went through in their life?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah, I know they did.
Oh, yeah.
It's not everybody else that I have to deal with. It's my issue.
Yeah, you have to deal with
not
yourself.
Everybody else's issues. And everybody has issues. Whether they want to admit it or not, they've got them.
Well, okay. Right. One thing I'm wondering is you still mentioned Mary from Little House after...
Exactly, where's Wildo? Like, Mum and Dale got divorced when he was 30. And, like, I get this, because of how pathetic he is, like, I get this picture in my head, like, when they divorced, like, them sitting down, 30-year-old Lorne, to say, your father and I have something we want to tell you, We're still going to be there for you. You're always going to be our little boy, Lorne. But, yeah, it's time for us to move on.
You're failing a polygraph question about looking for images of minors for sexual stimulation.
All right, Casey, listen.
What other conclusion can be drawn from that?
Why do you want to interrogate me all over about Mary Ingalls?
Because it's
Go
weird.
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why that you jerked off to her.
I don't even want to think about it.
These things concern me, Lorne.
Huh?
These things concern me.
Well, they shouldn't concern me anymore.
Oh, come on, Lorne.
I can't hear you.
Say that, but hang on a second, you will. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Baby.
I know they concern you, but believing in somebody means that you believe in them. It means you're counting on them to not let you down.
G'day, Fly Guy Fi.
Yeah, I know what believing in someone is.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well.
I've been asking you to believe in me.
I can't force myself to believe in you.
Well, you can take a chance at believing in me.
I'm not going to take a chance when it's something this serious. Something like admitting to fantasizing about little kids is not something I'm just going to say, well, I guess I'll take his word for it. Given your charge, given the Molly Melissa stuff, it's not something I can just take your word for. You're on federal probation for sexual misconduct or whatever. You're literally on a record for being a pedophile. So I need proof that you're not a pedophile. I don't know why you'd be asking me just to believe in you.
Because
You understand what I'm saying?
It's like Julie said today. If you care about me, you're going to want to believe in me and know that I'm not going to lie to you about this.
Yeah, I don't want you to lie to me about it. That's why I need proof.
How much have I been lying to you in the last week?
I don't know because I haven't seen the proof yet.
Since I promised you that I was not going to lie to you, how many times have I lied to you?
I don't know, Lord, because I haven't seen the proof yet. I don't know if you're lying or not.
Well, I know I'm not. That's part of believing in someone.
Well, cool. That's good that you believe you aren't lying. I don't know that for sure.
Well, believe in me until I can get you the proof. You're skirting away from doing that.
Lord,
Just have blind faith. Even though I've given you no reason to ever trust me on anything, blind faith is what we need, Casey.
Multiple times on this phone call.
I'm already guilty before I've even been convicted.
Well, you're already guilty because...
Lorne, you are already guilty. You have been convicted of trying to fuck a kid. Like, that's why we're all here. Like, how can you screen that out? Like, you know, I deserve to be innocent until I'm proven guilty. You've been proven guilty.
It's on a report that says you said it, so yes. You're already guilty until you prove that you didn't say it. As of right now, you're guilty of it.
I'm not guilty of it. He's guilty of lying.
Well, once you get the proof that he's lying, then yeah, you're no longer guilty.
Well, I'm not guilty.
Okay.
I swear up and down that I'm not guilty. I know what I've been saying, and I know what I said to him.
Okay, well, it's good that you know it. I don't know it, and that's what matters. It's your claim, you need the proof.
Well, no more documents until you're here.
Oh, God.
Can you get the recording?
Casey, I can do whatever I can do. And I'm not going to be able to send it to you. You're going to have to listen to it over the phone.
Fine.
If I can hear it over the phone, that'll be good enough.
All right, I don't know.
G'day, the big guy.
I don't think you understand what kind of position I'm in.
I just said I'll listen to it over the phone. That's good enough.
All right. For me to continue sticking around, it's just causing me so many problems. That thing with the throuple really screwed us up pretty bad.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now, so all we can do is get the proof listen to the proof, and move from there.
I know.
What's the proof and nothing but the proof?
If I can find a way to have Ashley send you an email, will that be proof enough for you?
No.
You gotta believe me about Ashley, Casey. She's a part of the government, but she cares about people.
That's great. Well, if she cares about people, then she would have no problem sending me a report to prove that you aren't a pedophile, so that I'm safe.
So why is it that you did not have a problem with her sending it before, but until Alex says that the government's corrupt, you didn't even believe me?
What?
Until Alex says that the government is corrupt, you didn't even believe me when I said it.
Well, you started saying it. You say the government's corrupt, and you say your probation does is lie to you. And clearly they're writing fake documents about you saying you're a pedophile. So I don't trust them.
Okay, but when I told you that the government's corrupt, you didn't believe me.
Because you're a liar. G'day, Gorilla Spawn.
But when Alex told you, you believed him.
Well, I believe you now.
Why? Because Alex told you the same thing? That's why, Casey. Do you see what I'm saying?
Believe what you want.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm believing what I want.
Yeah.
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 I have a feeling that's one of the reasons that they still have a grip on me, because of all the motions that I put in, and as long as I fought my case. I didn't have a...
Yeah, they're corrupt-ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, you only knew. One of these days you'll see a lot of stuff. Fuck it. Did you know anything about the camera crew out waving
What,
stuff
Lorne?
like that?
The camera crew out where?
When they brought me outside.
What about them?
When they had already searched my truck at the house. They already searched it once, not with me present. They had already searched it once. They brought me over to the sheriff's department, took me inside and interrogated me, brought my truck over there. Then they brought me back out to the truck with the camera crew there. They had one camera on one of the sheriffs searching my truck. And then they had another camera with two of the sheriffs, with one other sheriff holding one side of my arm.
Oh,
And
let me just stop you right there, Lorne. We will finish that bit, but before he gets into this fucking tirade about bullshit that no one really gives a fuck about, let's have a quick Aussie man review. Trip to Destination Fucked, shall we?
Absolutely fed up with its job, and it decides to take its anger out on a crane. The humans down here are getting the fuck out of Dodge. Smart move. You wouldn't stand between two Transformers when they're having a fight, so yeah, no, you wouldn't stand between these two dickheads either. The crane is looking like it's gonna go down. Yes, it does. One punch knockout, and there's fire. I'd say fire qualifies as a gateway to Destination Fucked. The boat is like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, sneaky bastard. Speaking of fire, this guy is worried about the size of his flame. He tries to pump it up and make it bigger, but it explodes all over the place. He needed to be happy with what he had. You don't want to mess with your flame too much. Now, I don't have a degree in good ideas, but I'm quite sure that even with an untrained eye, this is not a good idea. In fact, I'd argue it's an outright fair dinkum fucking shit idea. I'm sitting here waiting for this to go wrong. Here we go. Oh, gee, what
Jesus.
a surprise. I'm thoroughly surprised that this mammal has a concussion. Yeah, nah, that was more predictable than the conclusion of Titanic. Here's a couple of fellas running next to their mate in a tyre. That's fun. The tyre doesn't come with a steering wheel though, so it goes off-road. It goes like really, really off-road. This is the longest journey to destination fucked I've ever seen. He's going into the abyss. He's gone. It's not a magic trick. That wanker just rolled off into the bloody jungle. No, not the ocean. Don't provoke the ocean. Fuck me. Don't provoke oceans or jungles or bloody couches. Okay, no, he's all right. He's okay. It would be funny if the guy who vanished into the jungle rolled by. Here's a Sheila in undies and a beanie. Credit to the beanie for keeping her warm. Oh, she took it off. Here comes a big splash. No. Her ankles and butt cheeks are now part of the destination fucked population. You should always dip your toes in first, boys and girls. That's today's lesson. This is worse than the tyre idea. Oh, it kind of looks like fun. Actually, no, it doesn't. Nah. The fun ended way before it had a chance to begin. There's nothing like a good old rope swing to bring you back down to Earth. Literally, back down to Earth. Bam! Destination fucked. Gravity edition. There's a Sheila drinking beer and hitting herself. She tries to be Tony Hawk. She fails hard. She lays there for a while. Here's a kid pulling the finger. To the right, you'll notice fire, and there's a fat pig. Okie dokie. If someone could write about this being the new definition of destination fact on Urban Dictionary, that would be great. It's potato quality, but that guy is getting out of the tyre down there. Crikey. Some people get lucky, don't they? How you going, you big bloody legendary dickheads? Here's me face.
That was pretty good. All right, let's get back to Lorne.
My hands were handcuffed behind my back. And they had a camera crew, and one of the camera guys right there in my face.
Mm.
And I was trying to get away from him, and I was trying to move. But the sheriff was right there holding my arm, so I couldn't move very far. And I was trying to move my face away from the camera. And the camera would follow me everywhere I went.
But what does this have to fucking do with anything? You got caught on a TV show. They had every right to film you, and they filmed you. Like, what does this prove? Like, I don't understand. I've heard this like story in multiple renditions, and I still don't understand what the fuck he is trying to get at here.
Put my head between my legs, bent down, and put my head between my legs, and the camera guy put the camera right around the back of me, in between my legs, and he actually hit me in the nose. That's shit that they did. They were trying to get a reaction from me for the camera, for the TV.
So, people whose job it is to film you, filmed you.
So what?
I don't understand what does that prove? What are you talking about? Like, so what?
Trying to get a reaction. It was illegal for them to do that.
Well, you didn't sue them and they didn't go to jail, so it doesn't sound like it was illegal.
Oh, it was illegal for them to do that. It's harassment. They're not supposed to be doing that.
Look, it's not harassment. They were allowed to film the people that were caught here. They were given permission by the police department they were working with. It's not fucking harassment.
Okay.
Sheriff's Department certainly is not supposed to be allowing them to do that.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to be trying to fuck kids. Like, do you really want to get into who's allowed to do what?
Well, nothing happened, so clearly they, it's fine.
Matter of fact, they're not even supposed to be in the same area. sheriff's department and the camera crew.
That's not true.
So you're saying you were harassed by committing a crime?
I had already committed the crime.
Have you seen the show Cops before?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. There's a lot of civil lawsuits that could happen on that too.
No, there's not, because if there were, there would be. Like, you have lawyers that would, anything where they could, have a chance to sue someone, they would, because obviously they get money for that. So you were talking about very popular shows. So you're trying to say that, oh yeah, that's all illegal, but everyone just watched it like, nah, we'll let it slide.
It's been on for like 150 years.
Casey, I know you're sticking up for the show, okay?
Well, no, I'm just proving that you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know what I'm
G'day, Toe versus Bannister. Toe versus Bannister.
talking about. Because I spent 5 years researching all this.
All you have
Hey, Squeak.
to do is watch one episode of Cops to know it's not illegal.
Casey, I know you're sticking up for the show. What I did was wrong. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it any more right for somebody else to do wrong to somebody else that is already in handcuffs.
They didn't do wrong.
See what I'm saying?
No. I think there's some fucking law. Once you're in handcuffed, you cannot be filmed.
No, because no.
Well, that's the way it is. I mean, once somebody's in handcuffs, they've already done their crime. It doesn't make it right for somebody else to do something wrong themselves.
This is the worst reasoning I've heard. Like, honestly, trying to fuck a kid because you didn't get deviled eggs is more solid reasoning than this.
And in fact, it makes it illegal.
Okay.
You don't agree with me?
No, I just know it's not illegal. But there's really no point in trying to get you to see how it's not illegal, because you're just going to keep writing that story out. And I really don't have the patience to explain to you how nothing that happened was illegal.
Yeah.
Because it's exhausting.
It was.
Okay.
It was very illegal.
So I'm just going to say, okay.
So why were people not charged then, Lorne, if it was so illegal?
And I'm going to let you believe it. And I will know the truth. You can live your life, and everyone's happy.
What?
I'm going to let you believe what you want to believe. I know the truth, and that's good enough for me. I don't need to convince you, because you're never going to believe it. You're never going to see it.
I'm not even going to comment on it.
Good. I don't want you to comment on it. There's no point.
It's not something that you and I it's not something that you and I really need to be talking about between each other, because...
Well, you're the one who brought up the cameras. So.
I know. I'm just telling you what happened.
So I'll let those delusions be yours, and you'll be happy in your own little make-believe world over there.
You what?
You what?
What'd you say?
Your delusions can be yours. You can believe whatever you want to believe, and that's fine.
Okay. So we don't need to talk about the show anymore, right?
Right.
All right. And not be mad at each other because we don't believe in the same thing, right?
I'm never mad.
Yeah, you are too.
I don't give a shit what you believe. I know what I believe, and I know the truth.
Okay, you believe that.
Right.
All right.
All right, that's the that's the end of that one there. So, I'm gonna wrap it up there for tonight, guys. Thank you for being here. They were some very good calls. So thank you to Blue Boy obviously for those calls. Enjoy the rest of your night. I will be streaming again sometime this week. Not sure when. But yeah, don't forget to delete your archives and talk to you soon. All right, bye guys.